Welcome everyone as we prepare for Shabbos Parashat Vayeshev, where Yaakov gifts his Ben Zekunim, his favorite son, Yosef, Kisones Pasim, a woolen garment of colorful and striped. This special gift, as we'll see, generated a lot of animosity between Yosef and his brothers. Rashi points out Pasim is actually the initials of the events that will happen to him. Shenimcha lepart Potefar, that he will be sold to Potefar, l'seichim, and to his merchants, v'lishma'ilim, v'limidyanim. These are the different groups that were going to take part in the sale down to Mitzrayim. However, what's strange is that Potefar comes first. Potefar was actually the last party involved. Why should he be the first party? And generally, Kisones Pasim showed this very special relationship between Yaakov and Yosef. But as much as it was a constant reminder, it was also a reminder to Yosef of this special bond and of his responsibilities and his duty to live up to Yaakov's expectations. Tragic events in the Parsha unfold, and the brothers sell Yosef into slavery, and the repercussions of this we are feeling until this very day. Yosef ends up in the house of Potefar, and Potiphar's wife sees in the stars through astrology that she is destined to have some offspring with Yosef, and she is very intent in bringing this to fruition, and she constantly badgers Yosef to be with her, until, at least according to one of the opinions in the Gemara in Saita Lamed Vav Lamed Beis, he actually acquiesces, is on his way to go be with her. At the last second, he is saved because he saw the image of his father. And the basic explanation is that this shook him up, and it reminded him of who he is, and he wasn't able to do the sin, and he ran away. However, maybe if you look a little bit more to the Kisones Pasim and Yaakov Avinu himself, we might be able to bring another message here. Chazal teach us that that literally means that the image of Yaakov, our forefather, is carved into the kisei hakavod, into the throne of glory itself. Perhaps what it means when Yosef saw the image of his father, it doesn't mean that he saw the image of his father. It presents the association of Yaakov to the kisei hakavod. That's what shook him up, a much higher kind of reminder than just Yaakov himself. What are tzitzis? Tzitzis are just strings. They're a physical thing in this world that through an association to water, to the sky, will finally bring us to the kisei hakavod. It's a physical reminder of the great spirituality and the great connection that we have. Tzitzis is not just a garment, it's a constant reminder of our special relationship to Hashem. When we think about it, in some ways, the Kisones Pasim was the original pair of tzitzis. It was a reminder of the special bond between Yosef and Yaakov, then a reminder of Yaakov to the kisei hakavod. No different than our association as well, that finally ends up at the kisei hakavod. But they were a little shorter, but it was the same idea. The brothers took away the Kisones Pasim. So now Yosef found himself without tzitzis. So therefore he had to design his own tzitzis. What were those tzitzis? He didn't have this physical reminder anymore. He just had the constant image of Yaakov Avinu the face of Yaakov Avinu in his mind. And that, like we said, is chalkuk on the kisei hakavod. The same end goal. That's going to be his reminder. So when he was about to be with Potiphar's wife, what happened? He saw the image, and the image reminded him of the kisei hakavod. Just like tzitzis. Pasim starts with Potefar. It was the job of the Kisones Pasim was really to save him, like tzitzis, from going to be nichshal in this avera. And it also explains that you see in Chazal that they allude to the fact that tzitzis has a special ability to protect, specifically in these areas of arayas. The first time that we see this association being used, I see this, that brings me to that, that brings me to something else. He sees his father that brings him to the kisei hakavod. That same way that tzitzis will later bring us to the kisei hakavod is over here by Potefar. So therefore, it's built into the tzitzis itself, this ability, because the originator of tzitzis, of this idea of free association to bring to the kisei hakavod, is Yosef. And tzitzis has this innate ability because of that. The Jew to always see in the physical that is really indeed behind it the spiritual. And let's not forget that as we move through our life, wishing everyone a fabulous Shabbos. That's my take.